Hello, tea friends. This is Barb Gully of Barbs Tea Service, and we are back with our podcast courtesy on TV Studios. And I am here, as always, with studio engineer, co-host, and arm candy, Chris Gully.
Well, thank you. We're the genuine article, so except no substitutes.
I never would.
Okay.
You are an original.
Yeah, I'm an original something.
You are.
Okay.
No substitutes. Ah, great.
All
Okay.
right.
Well, we're an original.
Yes.
And last podcast, we celebrated our second anniversary.
Yes.
So
Yep.
now we're going towards year 3.
We are in year 3. That blows my mind.
Podcast 71.
All right.
And this is actually kind of a great time to kick off
Yep.
season 3, if you will.
Yes.
Is because, do you know, the month of April is National Afternoon Tea Month.
Okay. The whole month? Not the whole month.
The whole
Please
month.
say it's not the whole month.
It is the whole
Oh,
month.
my gosh. Okay.
And you know what? I didn't know that until this morning.
Okay.
When my great tea friend, Barb Tea,
Yeah.
had texted me, and she said, who knew?
Who knew?
I didn't.
Okay.
Because we've talked before about Hot Tea Month is
Yeah.
January.
Right.
And then we have National Afternoon Tea Week
Yes.
in August.
It's too much.
Is it?
All right.
But I kind of like that it's in April because a lot of birthdays in
Yeah.
April.
There are a lot. Yeah.
And it's fun to celebrate, share this month.
Uh-huh. Okay.
I'm happy to share this month with National Afternoon Tea
All right.
Month. Okay, so we've got a lot to cover today.
Okay.
And here's what we're hoping.
All right.
We're going to talk some Jane Austen fan fiction,
Okay.
game rooms.
Okay.
Ooh. Easter holiday and spring decorations.
Okay.
And if we have some time, some update on thrifting.
Okay. Very good.
But I think that we have so much to cover.
All right.
That may go.
It's an audacious list.
It is.
Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Okay.
But first, tea.
All right. Oh, here we go.
Okay, so today we are sampling. This is Russian Earl Grey from the Whistling Kettle.
Okay. Oh, from Troy, New York,
Yes.
where they film Gilded Age.
That's right.
All right.
That's right. So we'll give a little context. But first, what do you think of the tea?
Oh, it's so you said this is what?
Russian.
Russian. So what makes it Russian?
Well, Russian tea is typically stronger, and it has a lot of citrus in it.
Oh, okay,
So
yeah.
we've got the orange. This has.
Yeah, it's not a bergamonte to me like at all. But there's definitely a lot of orange.
There is, and,
Yeah.
and a little bit of lemon.
Okay.
And I think to balance it, they have some floral
Okay.
additions. So yeah, I really like it.
Yeah, it has a nice astringent quality to me. It kind of clears the palate,
Yes.
and so this would stand up nice to a good scone with a clotted cream. Would kind of clear that out.
Oh, I like that. And actually,
Yeah.
our scones are coming early. I got to notice that Williams Sonoma. We talked about that last
Oh
podcast.
yes, okay.
They are on their way. So we'll save this. Have a little bit with
Very
our
good.
scones later on.
All
Okay.
right, exciting.
So
right.
also at last podcast we had a summary of some of the things of our past year, and we
Right.
talked about the blend of tea that we drank the most
Yes.
was
Yeah.
Earl Grey.
Right.
And we were going to get out of our rut.
Okay.
But there's a reason we have this because
Right.
we're kind of backlogged
Right.
on this. So 2 podcasts ago, we had a bit of a Russian theme.
Yes.
And I had ordered this Russian Earl Grey.
Right.
But it was delayed in
Right.
shipping. So what we did
Mhm.
is we went to Plan B.
Right.
And we combined a little bit left over of another Russian Earl Grey.
Right.
Didn't have too much left, but we combined that with Empress tea from Stash Tea.
Right.
And we did this. It was kind of an idea I borrowed from Best Tea,
Yes.
Pam,
Right.
who said that that's what they do when they run low on some of the blends.
They're down to the drugs.
Right. And get creative. And our son, Rob, who's a real tea aficionado,
Right.
he's been doing that, kind of experimenting with
Right.
stuff.
Uh-huh.
And actually, here's something he came up with this week.
Yes.
I thought I'd share, see if anybody else does this.
Okay.
So there's flavoring that people will add to water.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. There's those little squeeze bottles.
Yes,
yeah.
yes. And he has a brand, he uses Mayo. It looks
Right.
like little food coloring.
Right.
And he adds it to water like many people do because they want a little bit of flavor
Sure.
to their water.
Right.
And he had this fruit punch, and he said, I'm going to put this in my Earl Grey.
Yeah.
And he did, and he loved it.
Yeah, sure.
I will say it wasn't bad.
Yeah.
But, there's all kinds of those flavors.
It opens up a whole
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
Doesn't it? So if anyone else does that, we'd love to hear what you do.
Yeah, what are your combinations?
Yes. So,
okay.
yeah, whole new world.
Yeah, all right.
Okay, so back to the whistling kettle, and I'll show you. This is the tea that we got.
All right, yep,
You see
okay,
that?
yep.
Mm-hmm. So, you mentioned we were there. That's where they did the filming for the Gilded Age.
Right, it's a stand-in for old-time Manhattan.
Right.
Yeah.
Gilded Age Manhattan. And Troy, New York is just this charming little town on its own, even without the Gilded Age connection.
Right.
But we were there in 2024 with our son and daughter-in-law, Matt and Jenna.
Sure.
Did the Gilded Age filming tour.
Uh-huh.
And went to Whistling Kettle for tea.
A much-needed repast.
Yes, we did. And it's just a wonderful tea room.
Right.
And a real gem. And it's rather big.
Yes.
And they sell their own tea.
Right.
And they have two unique features.
Yes.
That I think are great. First one is what I had.
Right.
And that was afternoon tea.
Right.
And most places you have to, if you're going to have afternoon tea, you have to reserve at least, a day or
There's
two.
a lot of prep to it.
There is.
Yep.
So, but you're not always have the
time
the
or
time
the opportunity. We're here.
Yes, and you're just, I would love to have an afternoon tea, but you didn't plan ahead.
Right.
Here you can get an afternoon tea any day.
Great.
They've got sort of a standardized, abbreviated version.
Right.
But it just is wonderful.
No substitutions.
Just like you.
Right. Yeah.
And speaking of you,
yes, yeah.
The other unique offering that they have is the
scone witch. So this is like if you don't, if you don't want an afternoon tea, they have some really interesting, offerings, and one of which was I think it was a scone, but it was a BLT, which was quite good.
Right. Rather hearty. And kind of nice if people just don't want a tiny tea sandwich.
Sure.
It was called the scone witch, as you said.
Right.
And when we talk about afternoon tea etiquette, we say there are a lot of acceptable ways to eat a scone.
Right.
But the one that is verboten is to eat it like a sandwich.
Right. Yeah. Put your clotted cream in your jam and stuff another scone on it. No.
However.
Yes. But if you have bacon and tomato, sure, why not?
Right. It's a scone witch.
Yeah.
So
we don't make the rules.
No. So kudos, and would love to go back.
Very good.
All right. And just one final word on Afternoon Tea Month.
Yes.
We'll be having more suggestions on how to celebrate.
Right.
But just a reminder that our Bridgerton Basketball Afternoon Tea
yes.
has a whole afternoon tea that we combine Bridgerton and March Madness.
Right.
That's on our blog.
Right. Okay.
So, okay.
Very good.
Switching gears to something that's a BTS fave, and that's Jane Austen.
Here we go.
And this is Jane Austen that's turned into a Jane Austen fan fiction that was turned into a television series.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And last December, we featured the book review on the Other Bennet Sister.
Right.
This is about Mary Bennet.
Right.
And they have a series that they developed, and it'll be on BritBox next month.
Okay.
So we're going to get BritBox.
Got to subscribe. Okay.
For a short time.
Right.
If we were in England
or
vacationing there, we'd already be watching.
We would.
Mm-hmm.
Very good.
But overall, I like the books, but I did think there were a few sections that dragged.
Right.
And crazy, one of the places where it got sluggish was in the Lake District.
Okay, right. So it's a physical place you would like to linger.
Yes.
But maybe not in the book.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you were the one who sang its praises for a long time because you visited there.
Well, so I think we shared a story. I was one of those 19-year-old college students with a bike and a backpack, and flew over on Freddie Laker Airlines out of Toronto. There's some There are some old hits there. And so we spent the summer there biking around, and one of the places we went through was the Lake District, the Peak District, and it was so marvelous. And I said I have to come back with a special someone. Right.
It was at maybe 35 years later or whatever.
Yeah.
Not immediate.
It was a minute.
Yeah, but you had your slides.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Just fell in love with it.
Right.
We'd been to England a few times, but when we did a few of our road trips.
Right.
So I loved it, and
Yep.
it's unbelievable.
Yep.
But yeah, here the story kind of drags. I said
Yep.
that it was like the story went like a phaeton stuck in mud.
That's awful.
It was.
Those poor horses.
Yeah.
You have to get out and push.
Yes, right.
You got to push that plot along.
Yes, that's right. There was just so much,
Yeah.
Unspoken thoughts
Yeah.
and just
Yeah.
too much.
Okay.
So anyway,
Nope.
But overall we liked it.
Yep.
But what was, I thought, kind of interesting that caught my eye was
Right.
a few weeks ago in the Independent, they interviewed academics
Right.
on what they thought of the Other Bennet Sister.
Right.
And one of the folks that they interviewed was a gentleman we've talked about before, our tea acquaintance, John Mullen.
Right.
He is a college professor in London, and he was at the Jane Austen Festival in Louisville back in 2014.
Mm-hmm.
And he wrote the book, What Matters in Jane Austen.
Right.
Of course, everything. And he also serves as a consultant on Bridgerton.
Yes.
And he tells them,
Yeah. He calls the balls and strikes.
he does. If there's an anachronism,
Yeah.
something that's oddly placed,
Right.
he's the guy.
Yeah. Somebody whips out a bottled water
Right.
or an iPhone.
Yep.
Wrong.
Exactly. So I thought his response, it surprised me a bit, because what he said was he actually kind of likes the spin-offs.
Right.
What he doesn't like so much are the adaptations
Right.
of Jane Austen.
Of the actual work.
Yes. Because it's always somebody else's perspective on Jane Austen.
Right.
And he watches this and he kind of flinches every
Right.
time they get it wrong.
Well, there was the 1940 Pride and Prejudice, which we've talked about. That had Laurence Olivier and
Greer Garson.
and they're dressing. I guess they had just finished filming Gone with the Wind, and they had all these costumes.
Antebellum.
Yeah, I'm not sure what to do with. Like, what are we watching exactly? So, yes.
Yes. So, right. And you can imagine, for us as faithful
Right.
Janeites, that bothers us.
It can take you out of the story,
Exactly.
which is a huge sin.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And he says he gets less defensive about the spinoff.
Right. Yeah.
And this is a quote.
Yeah.
I think I love this, how he gives his opine.
Okay.
I didn't not
Right.
enjoy it.
Yes. He's using the double negative.
Yes.
Okay.
But I dislike the endless repetition of Mary being humiliated and the stresses on her total lack of marriage prospects.
Okay. Strong statement.
Yeah, it is. And he says the readings over recent decades have sided in a feminist way with some of the characters in the novel who are laughed at.
Right.
For example, of course, Mary Bennet.
Right.
And Mrs. Bennet.
Right.
And to some extent, Charlotte Lucas.
Right.
And he says that has more to do with us.
Right.
Than Jane Austen.
Right.
And he said he thinks some of these sympathetic reasons just get it wrong.
Right. It's that point of view thing in a little bit. I think sometimes it's referred to as presentism, and that's you're looking at something that, this of course is fiction, but it could be actual historical events, and you're ascribing your own sensibilities to how they acted and behaved.
Right.
Which is okay, but that was literally a different time and place.
Right.
And you those people in that actual situation, sorry, I'm going on with this, but anyway, they're reacting to their own reality, not yours.
Right. And we're projecting this.
Right.
Oh, Mary's overlooked.
Yeah.
Well, he makes the case
Right.
John Mullen, that they're all overlooked.
Right. Okay. Yes.
Even Jane.
Right.
Because we're not really inside her head.
Right.
It's Elizabeth who we know, and
Right.
that's the beauty of the book.
Right. Yes. Yeah.
So,
yeah.
okay. We did, as I mentioned, we did our own book review in December. Talked a little bit about on the podcast. Overall, we liked it.
Sure.
We're rooting for Mary. We still wanted a happy ending.
Right.
You want her to find love.
Right.
You want her to, you
Yeah.
know, best her bullies.
Right.
And she also proved
Yes.
that men will make passes at girls who wear glasses.
Of course.
Yes.
Okay.
And also, as we learned in Bridgerton,
Yes. Yeah.
men will make passes at women who
You know
wear
what?
masks.
Men will make passes at just about anything, right?
They don't know who they are.
That's right. Yeah. I'm not sure that's a great insight.
No, not a great attribute, I suppose.
Yeah,
But
okay.
anyway,
All right.
we'll move on.
Okay.
And on to something completely different.
All right. Here we go.
Game rooms.
What?
Yes. So, if we have our family over or friends and we're
Right.
going to play a game,
Right.
we'll haul out the card table,
Right.
whatever chairs are available.
Uh-huh.
Here comes that torn ripped cover of
I
Monopoly.
can't stand it.
Has this been brewing?
Yeah, I know. I know. Yeah.
Okay, so what we're finding out is that folks now
Yes.
are designating a space in their homes
Yes.
for games.
That's crazy.
But upscale.
Yes. Okay.
So they're adding, fancy game tables
Right.
and carefully curated game
Okay.
shelves,
All right.
puzzles that do double duty as
Now I hope they have the black velvet paintings of the dogs playing pool in these, right?
poker
Yeah.
and poker.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, you're snazzy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Now that's my idea of upscale.
Oh, you're original.
Okay.
For sure. All right. So I just was saying they
Yeah.
have puzzles that do double duty.
Sure.
You can their decoration as well.
Right.
So what we're really saying is it's
Right.
time to get ready to up your game of your game room.
Okay.
This month in New York Times,
Right.
they featured homeowners who are doing just this.
Okay.
And these rooms
Mm-hmm.
provide a sanctuary
Okay.
from the fast-paced digital world.
Wow.
That is,
Yeah.
according to Roxy Owens,
Uh-huh.
owner of a home decor company called
Yeah.
Society Social.
So just putting the iPhone down or closing your laptop is not an option? I'm just asking. or is that in a room where you can't do that?
No. I think the moral of this as we go through it
Okay.
is you got to throw a lot of money.
Oh,
All right?
there. Okay. Now I get it.
Okay, so Roxy owns a Societal Social, and she's got this home decor, and she says when things feel uncertain,
Okay.
there's a tendency to revisit things that brought us happiness.
Okay.
And for so many people, that's games.
Okay.
And her company recently launched a limited edition
Mm-hmm.
of furnishings for the modern game room,
Okay.
including gaming chairs, retro rockers, and a checkmate game table.
Okay.
So this game table,
Yes.
I want to talk to you about this one.
Okay.
So it's made of solid mahogany,
Uh-huh.
and it's kind of a updated Queen Anne style.
Yeah.
The cabriolet.
Right.
Has a removable top,
Okay.
have storage in there,
Okay.
and it's just shy of $3,700.
Okay. We need this.
Sold out.
Oh, darn.
Too late.
Okay.
I think there's a waiting list,
Okay.
but okay. So another game that is trending,
Yes.
and adding to this need for
Yeah.
style,
Right.
is mahjong.
Mahjong.
Yes, and it pairs perfectly well with a stylish game space.
Okay.
They interviewed Megan Jet Trottier.
Okay.
She's the founder of Oh My Mahjong.
Okay.
And she worked with an interior decorator to make a beautiful room for mahjong.
Okay.
She sells her company sells the mahjong game tiles
Right.
collections starting at $400.
Okay. Wow. Oh man, that's a lot.
That is a lot. And she notes that mahjong can provide a lot of creative expression, visual expression.
Sure.
She knows a lot of women who have a lot of collections of mahjong,
Okay.
and they make tilescapes.
Okay. All right.
That
okay.
That is the mahjong equivalent of a tablescape.
Well, where does fridgescapes
That's right.
fall into that? We got a lot of scapes happening.
We do.
Right.
We do. Yeah, I mean, you're kind of making.
I mean, you wouldn't put your mahjong in the fridge.
No.
Because that would be dumb. Okay.
Not if it's $400.
Okay.
I'm not. Okay. And we know millennials
Right.
who are very much game enthusiasts.
Yes, our
And-
children.
Yes, and our niece.
Right.
And they host game nights,
Sure.
a lot of game nights
Yep.
at their house. And my niece, who's getting married,
Right.
she and her fiance, as part of their wedding registry, registered for these games. Comes out from WS Game Company.
Right.
And they're the bookshelf style,
Yep.
a collection of classic games.
They're kind of bespoke container designs.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
So when you have it on your
Yeah.
bookshelf, it looks
Yeah.
very nice.
It is, yeah.
And she registered, among them was the game Risk.
Okay, yes. A family favorite.
A family favorite.
Right.
And I'd say that this is something that, you know, I played with my brothers when
Yeah.
I was a kid. You played,
Yep.
and we had our kids do this.
Yep, yep.
Just a favorite of all of ours.
I introduced them to the Australia Gambit,
You did.
which never works, but
It doesn't. So, all right. Well, another game enthusiast is Meghan Markle.
okay.
And she hosted a mahjong party on her short-lived
Yeah.
With Love Megan Netflix series. And we don't know if she had her own game room because it was filmed at a rented
Right.
home. But,
Right.
you know, she might have had, she certainly has enough space in her,
Yeah.
Montecito,
Yeah.
her mansion.
Right. Yeah.
So I'm in favor of, a space. I like this trend.
Right.
But I would do it on a
Yeah.
limited budget.
Right.
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
And I want to point out that I love a well-appointed pinochle table.
Yes.
Back in 2020,
Yeah.
I have a tablescape for pinochle. I'll put that link in there.
All right.
And also, and I didn't bring it with me, but it's part of our blog on this, is in case you think we veered off on tea,
Okay.
there's a game called Prosperity.
Okay. That's right.
And Rob gifted me this a few Christmases ago.
Right.
Beautiful packaging.
Right.
I keep it on the hutch in the dining room.
Right.
And do you know what the strategy is?
Yes.
To have the most prestigious tea shop.
Okay. Wow.
Oh yeah, it's really fun, and it has all the components of Risk.
Yes.
So you take Australia,
Okay. Yeah.
but leave me the Earl Grey.
Wow.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
All right. So how much time? How we doing?
We're at minute 23, so we got about 8
A minute
minutes.
23?
No, we're at minute 23.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to be specific.
All right. So yeah, because it looks like
Yeah.
we got about 6 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go for it.
All right. So I wanted to talk a little bit about Easter decorating.
Okay.
And spring decorating because
We're there.
we're there, and we're not hosting this year,
Mm-hmm.
but we're going out. But I went ahead and I decorated our
Right.
house, you know,
Tastefully.
tastefully.
Yeah.
Yes, you know, got out the beautiful spring wreath and
Uh-huh.
some fun things, but a lot of them are eggs.
Right.
And you know, I think most of us have some vague idea
Mhm.
of why eggs are associated with
Right.
springtime and Easter.
Right.
But there was an article, Pioneer Woman.
Mhm.
She had an article last year that kind of delved into this
Mhm.
without too much detail, just a little bit.
Right.
It actually has roots in both Christian and pre-Christian customs.
Right.
In many ancient cultures,
Mhm.
eggs symbolized new life
Right.
and fertility,
Right.
representing the arrival of spring.
Right.
And the early Christians, they adopted this as a symbol,
Right. Sure.
right? During Lent,
Mm-hmm.
a period of fasting before Easter, eggs were historically not eaten.
Okay.
And so they were often hard boiled for
Ah.
later consumption.
Ah. Okay.
So that's
Ah,
where we get that tradition of
Yeah.
boiling the eggs.
Right.
And of course, we always did this with the
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
kids.
Yeah.
Be fun to bring up that
Yeah.
tape of them.
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
as very young
Yeah.
children,
Right.
kind of fighting over
Yeah.
how many eggs in the dye. But
and keeping with the Easter spirit.
exactly. And I will tell you that I have done tea dyeing eggs.
Yeah.
And it comes out really nice.
Yeah.
All right.
Right.
But I thought I'd talk about some of the eggs that I do have on display.
Right.
Have some special meanings, and they're beautiful.
Right.
And the first one
Right.
is this, and I don't know if it'll show up very well on.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah.
Okay. So this is one of the eggs that our friend Carol
Right.
has painted, and she gave us a few years ago a dozen of these floral
Right.
painted faux eggs.
Right.
And so currently they are sitting in they're our dining room table centerpiece.
Right.
So I placed them on a china pedestal bowl dish,
Right.
have some craft Easter grass,
Yes.
and have that out. They're so pretty.
Right.
Thank you so much, Carol, for that.
Fellow podcaster too.
Yes, and fellow podcaster, very busy.
Yeah.
And then on our mantle, I have a lot of decorative eggs.
Right.
And some of these are things that you have given me over
Yes.
the years.
Right.
This one is so unique, and
Mhm.
this comes from Halcyon.
Okay.
Can you see that?
Yeah, a little closer maybe.
Okay, little
Okay. Yeah. There you go. Good.
little
Yep.
base.
Uh-huh.
And look at this; they're just beautiful
Right.
works of art.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, gorgeous. So I have a couple of those,
Mhm.
and I was thinking, where is this company? So they're still in business.
Yes.
And in fact, they started in 1950 in Mayfair, England.
Right.
Mayfair, London area of England.
Right.
And so at the time, enameling on copper that skill had nearly vanished.
Right.
And it was just reserved for utility things like saucepans or whatever.
Right. Uh-huh.
So they revived it, and they had got famous for they became famous, I should say, for enameling boxes.
Right.
And took off in the 1970s. They had their own
Right.
production facilities, and they expanded their product line.
Okay.
But they still do these, and I just love them. And I will tell you, they have a 2026 edition egg out.
All right.
A little about $400.
Okay.
Not as expensive as a game table. So
Okay. Well, there you go.
think about it.
All right.
Then I've got a real pretty crystal Fabergé egg that you got me.
Right.
And those beautiful marble eggs
Oh yeah, from England.
in silver
Yeah.
teacup.
Right.
Silver egg cups.
Yeah.
And these were a gift that you got that when you were talking about that trip to
Right.
England, your
Yeah.
first one.
Right. I got it from my mom. It was in an antique store. It was one of the last. We were on bikes, so we had to be a little conscious of how much weight we had. So I
Uh-huh.
got to save that purchase. I think I got it in Manchester, which is where we had to take off. So that's all I remember about it.
Oh, and okay, and I know
Yeah.
that was one of her favorites.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
never let
Yeah.
you forget how much she loved
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
And now they grace our mantle. So I'll say very quickly that is in our blog from April 2023, all the different eggs,
Right.
as well as some napkin folding techniques
Okay.
for Easter bunnies.
You have to have that.
Yes. Okay, so as I mentioned, we probably wouldn't get to thrifting. We're not. We
Yeah.
just have, a couple minutes?
About 1.5.
Okay, then I'll just want to remind everybody that these we'll put the links to blogs
Right.
and the games and some of the previous ones where we had these eggs, etc.
Right.
And I want to say, I think I hear that sound.
Okay, here we go. All right.
All right. Want to thank On TV Studios for allowing us to be here, all their support. And I want to thank, as always, truly an original, cannot be substituted,
No.
Chris Gully.
Hey, all right. Very
And I want to thank everyone for listening. And as we like to say at Barbs Tea Service, please stay tuned.
good. Excellent.